the Moonkin Malygos Druid terrorizing ladder, and mostly Malygos Druid in the tournament formats as well. But ahqshaxy has gone with the token build here, so I'm really interested to see how this plays out for him.
Yeah, maybe after a few more public, terrible Yogg Saron outcomes in tournament, will we see the meta shift to what you described? Because, you know, we were even talking about it for the Summer Championship Series. When the change, what has to happen for certain classes to move away? You know, we still see Control Warrior, that very, you know, specific variant that focuses on removal. Yeah. You know, has so many spells that Yogg Saron is still just a good pick. You're constantly behind on the board, generally speaking. So I'm very curious to see, but looking in this matchup, ahqshaxy obviously had to go with the Druid. That's what he had to play to get the win in this series. Gogongsing knows that and chooses to queue up his own Druid, which, you know, looking at what he had, I don't necessarily think that's a bad way to go, but it does feel a little bit coin flippy.
It does, but at this point he knows that, you know, all his decks have to get a win anyway, so it's really just a feel thing and what he prefers. There's really not any great strategic implication of any pick he was going to make, and Wild Growth into Innovate Emperor is a great start. ahqshaxy was fortunate enough to get the Wild Growth off his turn 1 Raven Idol, which gave him a strong Druid opener as well, but Innovate Emperor is definitely the more powerful start here of what we've seen from the two players. ahqshaxy does have the answer with Swipe Hero Power, but the extra one card of ramp, I guess, from gogongsing there is allowing him to make a push here, but the rest of his hand not looking too promising.
Yeah, your point about the comfort pick actually reminds me, this is mid-range style Druids are pretty much gogongsing's preferred deck when it comes to anything, so I actually completely agree with that in mind. Right. This is one of those things where you're facing off elimination, you're just going to go in there and get it done with your choice of deck. Yeah,
and experience showing right there. You know, you said he's comfortable with mid-range Druid. I said that he's comfortable and playing well despite showing his emotions, and the speed at which he recognized Living Roots, Moonfire, Coin, Arcane Giant there, and then executed it perfectly. This matchup, combo Druids, when they come up against each other, even though these two are, you know, slightly unevenly matched in terms of their build-up, so based around Arcane Giants, because the decks are both so ill-equipped at dealing with Giants that whoever gets one down first can usually snowball to a win from there.
Yeah, basically these types of decks usually have like one mulch, which is...
if that.
Yeah, I was going to say, even now, those are not necessarily always included, so it's one of those things where ahqshaxy not able to deal with it, and gogongsing, I'm pretty sure... Well, no, I don't know. I think actually there is potentially merit given the card deficit.
The rehabilitation is coming through again. It was just, like I felt the turmoil there. It's like I want to hit face, but hang on. I've been taught by my golden rogue, Rob Wing 2016, that it is sometimes correct to play for the board. I'm so proud, Rob.
Rob Wing, Golden Rogue 2016. That's trades we can believe in. Ooh, feels good to be on the right side of the law for once. You know, when he makes that trade and it doesn't pan out.
It really did not, but there was value in it, I agree. The fact that he was playing a 5-4 on the board, you know, the trade naturally protected his 5-4 anyway, so you get to make up that lost damage on the following turn, but with a swipe already used, the face hit, there's very little chance that you get explosively punished for it, so I was kind of in the face camp as well, but...
Yeah, look what happened, he traded, that didn't go well. I've learned nothing.
All right, next lesson, Rob. Avoiding being results-oriented in Hearthstone. we'll get to that one by the end of 2017.
All right, 2017 when well, 2032 when I finally have Golden Priest.
There you go.
Finally learned it all, but ahqshaxy in a pretty reasonable position. Although, again, the Arcane Giant there, very susceptible to the Wrath, so probably not feeling that great about it.
Yep, and Drake into Wrath. The Drake having no impact on the usage here, but still just Drake to cycle through. Now does pick up his mulch, and depending on what... Okay, that changes everything. I was going to say, depending on what ahqshaxy draws, he may just have to go for a Yogg Saron here, just because it's potentially so much better than anything else he can do, but the Nourish changes the equation significantly, and the Arcane Giant just doing wonderful, glorious spell manipulation-based things and allowing you to clear the board and play an Arcane Giant. I think that is true. Basically, any turn you draw an Arcane Giant in this deck, you ask yourself the question, can I clear the board and play an Arcane Giant this turn? The answer is yes.
Well, and it's going to be a very powerful turn for him, although answered with that one mulch that gogongsing was able to pick up, and wow! Do you think he's prepared?
I'm going to try something here, Rob. Please cut me off if I get this wrong. But do you think Flames of Azeroth are correct in a token?
Flames of Azeroth.
Oh, so close.
No, you're still just so bad.
Oh, I nearly managed to stamp my role player card.
Nah, it's, you know, It's a lot like learning the trading thing. It takes time. You don't
Okay.
just do it. But we are going
we
to see.
both have things to learn from each other. That's the lesson here, Rob.
Hearthstone casting is all about developing and growing as people, and we saw there the Fandral come down and the 4/6 bear that charges, and gogongsings thinking that this probably can't get that much worse. In for some bad news, though. Gogongsing with the head tilt trying to figure out, are those Flames of Azeroth or Flames of Azeroth?
Is it an R or an N? Colon thinking colon.
I mean, they're totally different things.
They totally are, yeah, I agree. They're in fact different letters of the alphabet.
Yeah, and I can tell you haven't played any Legion at all because you would know what Azeroth is.
I have literally never played World of Warcraft.
Why are you allowed to cast this?
I don't know. You gave me the job.
Well, you know, thankfully we can always take that away.
That's
anyway,
true.
Gogongsing.
Ooh, unlucky. That's just not a Hearthstone card.
I was going to say, that's a card back, which could be... Oh, no, move. Oh, so it is pretty good, and let's see how good this swipe can be after we draw some cards.
Yeah, the swipe going to be an absolute blowout here. The Nourish pulls through. Malygos, of course, on the board. And that is a back-breaking swipe, and this time it's ahqshaxy that's going to give the little head tilt. Moonfire going to connect with the face, and ahqshaxy needs an absolute miracle. You know, if there's one card in the game that's capable of creating one, it's that invisible card there. No, it's Yogg. Let's see what happens here.
Bane of Doom.